Welcome to a few minute yoga flow focused on the hands and the feet. Get comfortable, maybe bring some blocks, and join me on the mat. So, we're going to get our feet into hip width apart, finding grounding in our feet, actually noticing and visualizing how our body feels and how our feet feel. So maybe we spread the toes out a little more than we're used to, or really focusing on spreading the feet out, taking space up on this mat, taking space up in this area that we are in. Thinking about firmly rooting our feet into the mat below us, finding that deep connection. We're going to work through a couple postures, focusing on the hands and feet, giving them much needed TLC that they often are overlooked. So getting ready, finding that intention, finding our breath, and let's get to it. Inhaling in, we sweep our arms all the way up to the sky, really big full body stretch. Inhale, exhale, we come down into that forward fold. So here I like to use those blocks for a little bit more support. And we're going to bring our feet back just slightly here. So we have a little bit more of a downward dog feel. Inhaling in, we're going to come onto our toes, just finding a deep stretch in those feet. Waking up the body, we drop down onto our heels and lift our toes up, finding that deep stretch in the calves and the back of the legs. Good. Inhaling in, we come back up onto those toes, finding that deep stretch again. Finding our breath, we lower onto the heels, lifting those toes up. And exhaling out one more time through, coming all the way up onto those toes, deep stretch. And exhale, dropping onto the heels, lifting the toes up. Good. Coming back into that neutral position, we're going to pivot our feet off a little bit to the mat, opening our stance up just slightly wider. So inhale in, we're going to drop our pelvis down, coming into what is called a garland pose. So maybe we bring our elbows to meet our knees, expanding, opening up our shoulders, our chest, planting those feet firmly into the ground, finding power and strength from the bottom up. Good. Inhaling in, we pivot right back up where we were in that forward fold. And we're going to come onto our toes here. As we bend down again into that garland pose, we find more of a froggy pose. And we're on our toes here. So maybe we're moving slightly back and forth, just opening up the feet, opening up the legs and the hips, just taking a few moments here to play around, stretching the toes, stretching the feet. Inhaling in, we lift all the way back up into that forward fold. Inhaling in, maybe pushing our hands back so that we feel a deep stretch in the hamstrings. Inhale in and exhale. We make our way onto our knees. Finding yourself in tabletop position. We're going to lean all the way up, sitting up tall on our knees. Bring our shoulder blades back. Maybe we bring our hands to our hips here for a little bit more support and balance. And we're going to flex these toes behind us, keeping them flexed and strong. Inhaling in. We sink back, stretching those toes and our arches. Inhaling in, we come back through to the middle. Taking a deep inhale in, and we lean back, stretching the backs of the feet. Good. Coming back through to middle one more time. Inhaling in. Exhale, we lean back, stretching the backs of the feet. Good. Coming through back to tabletop position. We're going to do a quick wrist and forearm stretch. So we're going to start with the left hand and we're going to rotate it all the way back so our fingers are facing our body and our inner elbow and forearm is shining forward. Finding that deep stretch. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Good. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Good. Coming back to the middle into neutral position. We're going to do that on the left side. So we're going to rotate our hands all the way back so our fingers are facing us and our forearm and inner elbow is shining forward. Inhaling in, finding that deep stretch. Exhaling out. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Good. Coming back through to neutral position. We extend that right leg out, coming onto our toes. Inhale in and exhale. We pivot over to the left side, stretching that hip out. Again, keeping those toes flexed so we find a deep stretch in the back of the foot. And we're going to look over that left shoulder. Inhaling in, exhaling out. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Good. Coming back through to middle, tabletop position. We extend that left leg out, flexing the toes, and move it all the way over to the right side. Again, we keep that foot flexed, finding that deep stretch in the back of the foot, and we look over our right shoulder. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Inhaling in, exhaling out, coming back through to a neutral tabletop position. We're going to move onto our seat now. Tall, bringing those shoulder blades back. And we're going to bring our hands into a heart space position. Active shoulders, active arms. Pressing the hands together here. Inhaling in, we're going to rotate the hands out so our fingertips are facing away from us. Finding that deep stretch in the wrists, forearms, and hands, pressing together. Inhaling in, exhale, we rotate the fingers towards our heart space. Inhaling in, exhale, unraveling over to move the fingertips forward again. Inhaling in, pressing those hands together, bringing the fingertips towards the heart space now. Inhaling in, exhaling out, bringing them forward into neutral position. We're going to clasp those hands, bringing them out so our palms are facing out. We inhale in, lift those arms all the way up to the sky, creating a deep stretch in the palms and the upper body. Inhaling in, maybe we move slightly to the right and slightly to the left. Inhaling in, stretching those palms, and exhale, we release, shaking the hands out. Good. We're going to bring our arms forward, almost into a thriller-like position. Michael Jackson. We're going to bring our our right hand onto our left hand, and we're going to stretch that wrist out. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Good. Switching hands, left hand over the right hand, stretching that wrist out. And good. Shaking the hands out. And bringing our feet together in butterfly position. Feet are pressed together, and we bring our hands to our feet for some massage. So spending a few moments maybe working the toes, or the insides of the feet, the arches, and the heels. Just taking a few moments to decompress, to massage the feet, an area that is often overlooked and that really needs TLC. We're on our feet all the time, and they really just need a moment of intention and of massage. So, taking time, inhaling in with our breath and exhaling out, we release and we come into hand massaging. So, we're going to bring our hands maybe to our left hand, working the fingers, the spot between your thumb, the thumb pads, the wrists, just moving in a way that feels good with our hands. There's a lot of acupressure points in our feet and our hands that correlate to different organs and different muscles of the body. And massaging these areas helps stimulate those different organs. So it's just a nice way to give an overall massage and TLC to the body. So inhaling in, one more compression through. Exhale, we release, shaking out the hands. And bringing our hands to our heart space. Sitting up tall, we tilt the chin down, creating a deeper stretch in the back of the neck. And soaking in this last moment of this practice. Thank you for joining. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this flow for the feet and the hands. Be sure to drink lots of water after this practice. You can do this practice as many times as you like that feels good in your body. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, and look forward to new videos every Sunday.